everyone, how are you? I hope you're doing great. So today I'm starting a new series of videos. I think I have already told you about my idea. Like, one more time, my idea is simple. My reasons are pretty selfish. I want to talk more. I kind of miss talking. In English, in German, I have a lot of students, but while teaching, I don't always have an opportunity to talk a lot because it's actually not my job. I need to let my students talk, first of all. And we are also always in the middle of something, like in the middle of the exams or like some grammar stuff or something. So we don't always have an opportunity to talk. And if we have this opportunity, so I let, of course, my students to speak more logically. And I kind of need to practice more myself. So maybe it also can be helpful for you to listen to normal language. Like here, I'm not going to pretend like I always speak on proficiency level, because I don't, and actually nobody does. So I'm going to speak the language which you can also hear watching series, watching some interviews, and talking to normal people. But what I also want to add, I want to make some notes about some vocabulary that I use and grammar that I use. So, for example, now I say, for example, a sentence in, I don't know, passive voice. And I'm going to make a note here or here, I don't know, and write down the sentence and explain why at that particular moment I have used passive voice. Or, for example, I'm going to use some vocabulary which I find interesting and useful for you also. And I'm also going to make a note with this particular word and explain why was I using this particular word in that particular situation. So probably I'm also going to make mistakes, which is fine by me. I mean, like, it's also okay. Also, people who speak the language make mistakes. I will try not to do a lot of them, but so I want just to be a normal person. And you also feel free to correct my mistakes in my life now. Now I am in Antalya. I'm actually on my way to Germany. Maybe you have already watched my previous video about my visa situation. So if you need any information about getting a visa, watch my previous video. Okay, so I'm going to Germany in a couple of days. But now I'm in Antalya, and okay, actually I work every day, but I have a little bit of time to make a couple of videos also for you. And I thought we are going to start with something really simple. I want to show you what I have in my fridge. So let's see. This is my fridge and this is my kitchen. So I've decided to live in an apartment here to rent an apartment here in Turkey because I wanted to spend less money on food. Because after Turkey, I'm going to Germany and to France, and I'm going to need that money there. Because, as you know, especially in France, everything is very expensive, and it's really difficult to eat under 50 euros. So that's why here I went to a normal supermarket, which is called Migros. Maybe you've heard about it. And I've bought some cheap stuff. Cheap, but also healthy, because I eat healthy. So let's have a look. Okay, what do we have here? An orange. This is, it's called, here they call it quark. It's kind of sour cream. I need it because on my first day I have already got a sunburn because I was stupid and I kind of forgot to put sunscreen on my arms. I mean, I put it on every other part of my body, but I left out arms. I don't know how could it happen. So whatever, I don't really think that it helps, but I needed to do something. So of course I have eggs. Eggs, it's my favorite food ever. So my second favorite food is cheese, and so I have here some cheese. I have different kinds of cheese here. For example, this one. This is like a Mazda, but M, this letter M, it doesn't mean Mazda, it means Migros. It means that this was made for this supermarket chain Migros. That's why it's cheap. It's cheap. And this particular one is also not good. But this one, for example, it's another one. So this is actually really tasty. And it costs like 30 something Turkish liras, which is like 90 rubles. And for 90 rubles, and it was like 200, yeah, 200 grams. So yeah, it was delicious. And this is Turkey, which was also fine. Not cheap stuff from Migros, it's some other cheap stuff. Also cheese, but now this kind of Philadelphia cheese by Migros, so cheap stuff. And this was my biggest surprise. Like, there are 3 of them here, figs. Yesterday there were 8. And they cost 18, I think 18 Turkish liras, which is insane. In Moscow, for that price, you can buy maybe 1. Yeah. So, but not everything here is cheap. Some stuff is expensive. Here I have 2 bottles of water and lactose-free milk, some lactose-free milk. Lactose-free milk is not tasty, but this one was, I guess, the only one at the store at that moment, so I didn't have any choice actually. And also here I have some muesli, Dr. Oetker. Dr. Oetker, why am I laughing? Because it's actually a German brand. They have a lot of German brands here in Turkey. And also here crisps or crispy bread. Yeah, so muesli is delicious. This it's fine. It tastes like, it doesn't have any taste, to be honest, but I need it. Yeah, so this was my food. I hope it was helpful for you. And you could, I made my notes about grammar that I have used. And please don't forget to use this grammar while talking about food. Okay, see you soon. Have a nice day and bye bye.